I think I feel a bit touched that Prophet's Barber is literally like I feel kind of grateful and touched that Prophet's Barber, as a black man, is willing to sacrifice so much for me. I mean, I literally never met him in person. Yeah, I thought I might have seen him in a car in London. I don't know. I might have. I don't know. Like I thought I had though. I thought I had though. But it's like I do feel touched and grateful that he was willing to sacrifice so much, maybe to come see me or something. But unfortunately, I don't have any. I don't have any sort of like special feeling for you, Prophet's Barber. Like I'm sorry, but I really don't feel that way towards you. Yeah, I literally thought of you as my mentor. It's like you were my mentor, and that's all there is to it. Kind of like in Chinese culture, yeah, in traditional Chinese culture, it's if you're my mentor, you're like my sifu, and it's gonna be like super weird for a disciple to fall in love with her sifu, because in traditional Chinese culture, it's like a heavy taboo for a disciple to fall in love with her sifu. So it's like I don't know, and even if the sifu fell in love with the disciple, it just feels really, it just doesn't click with me for some reason. It just feels really strange if I were to fall in love with my sifu. Yeah, it's like it's not like just a coach. I mean, if you were just my coach, I might call you sifu, but then it's not the same as someone who's my spiritual mentor. So that is exactly why I'm always for internal kung fu, like internal martial arts, because internal martial arts is more like you are not coaching my body, like you are not just coaching my body, but you are directing me spiritually. So if you're my spiritual mentor, I just don't feel comfortable like thinking about certain things. Like, am I trying to date my spiritual mentor? I just can't feel the same about it. Like, maybe I don't know why some people have a crush on me and then they be my spiritual mentors, but it's the same for kung fu sifus, because kung fu is, in my opinion, like from my experience of kung fu itself, kung fu external kung fu is inseparable from it is simply united with the internal aspect of kung fu. So in other words, I strongly believe that we must not divide the external from the internal in kung fu. But the Christians, the mainstream Christians, they love to divide the two. Yeah, they love to divide the internal from the external and say the internal is evil, it's demonic, therefore we can only have the external. Then, to be honest, if that's how you see kung fu, then it's not really kung fu. It's the same with traditional Chinese medicine. So when there literally are many people who claim that traditional Chinese medicine can be integrated with pharmakia. But I'm telling you, they cannot be integrated, because traditional Chinese medicine is going to lose itself. Traditional Chinese medicine is going to lose its soul. Yeah, the soul of traditional the soul of traditional Chinese medicine is the same as the soul of Chinese kung fu. Traditional Chinese kung fu, it's one and the same. It's qi. It's the internal element. If you take out the internal element, it's not kung fu anymore. If you take out the internal element, it's not traditional Chinese medicine anymore. Like, I just disagree with those people. I do. Like, I strongly disagree with those people who try to pervert traditional Chinese medicine and traditional Chinese kung fu. But then they be like, who are you to say that you're not an expert in any of these things, and why are you trying to represent us? It doesn't matter what qualifications I have. I have read the books. I've spoken to the masters and the experts in the past. Yeah, that's why I can tell you this. And I just feel really disappointed in the communities. in the martial arts community, like in the martial arts and healing communities. It's like, look at those spiritual healers, faith healers. They're all bending over. And pharmakia just rules over all these disciplines. And I'd be like, and these arrogant sciences, they have taken over the entire world. And I feel, you know what, I feel so grey right now. It's like I feel so blue and grey, because they be like, they keep calling me nervous. I'm like, I like my muscles tense, thank you very much. This is exactly how I can keep losing calories, you know. It's like, yeah, you know, if your muscles are always tense, if your muscles are always like vibrating and something like this, it makes you look nervous, it makes you feel nervous, but it's actually using up energy. It's basically just subconsciously and unconsciously using energy all the time. If your muscles are tense and all that, you're always exerting force already within yourself. And I like it this way. Although there will be kung fu people who say, hey, look, you gotta relax, because the more relaxed you are, the more powerful you become. I was like, yeah, I'm holding myself back, I know. Yes, I do. Yes, I know. But imagine if I become relaxed all of a sudden, yeah, my power level is gonna increase so much. Much like how, you know, have you watched Naruto? Yeah, you watched Naruto. There's this guy called Rock Lee. And he was always bearing a lot of weight on his body. And he was always weight training. Every day he was just walking around with carrying all this weight. And then some people say, hey, look, let's practice that and see if it works on us. And then they said, it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work on you, but it works on me. It does. I was literally, you know what, I was carrying this backpack and I was running. I was literally outrunning my mom miles ahead. And I didn't even need to take a breather. So there you have it. It's like, I can just burst you down if I wanted to, effortlessly, and I don't even feel anything now. In other words, I just never get tired. and I also never feel pain as well. So there's no way you can defeat me. And I just think it's boring, you know. I think it's really boring. It's like, what's the point? Nobody's gonna fight me for real. Nobody's gonna fight me for real anyway. So it's like, and then people be like, oh, we gotta match you with a horse of your experience. I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on to a wild place where people are not gonna coddle me. Like, just put me on a wild and fast horse and see what happens. You know, that's it. I think I should go and do animal husbandry. Yeah, try to like handle the large dogs, ride the fast horses. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the horse is like, if the horse is like thin, like, you know, the tall, thin, hot-blooded types, instead of the heavy horses, because the heavy horses are slower. Yes, the heavy horses are big and tall, but they are also much slower. So if they are just much slower, and even if they canter, it's not, and I fell off from them, it's not really gonna do much, you know. Just like when I was riding Charles, like, yeah, Charles was kind of fast, but then he was a heavy horse, you know. He was a heavy horse. He wasn't like a thoroughbred where the thoroughbred just runs like really quickly, like it just gallops. But basically heavy horses, draft horses, they are much slower. So yeah, even if I fell from them, it's really not much, you know. But I am seeking thrills, and if you try to stop me, I'm just gonna go to seek more extreme adventures, because I want my life to be meaningful. I want to make a difference in my own life first. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what's the point of living in comfort? Like, what's the point of living in comfort in a city, and then I just indulge myself in many pleasures, and then like I did that in the past, you know, but somewhere deep inside I still felt a bit empty. Yeah, it's like somewhere deep inside I still felt a bit empty. It's like, what am I doing with my life? You know, what am I supposed to do? What is my true purpose? How am I supposed to live my life to the fullest? I've always thought about this, like, even in the back of my mind, you know, and it doesn't really change. Like, it doesn't really change even if I had like a full-time job doing something. It's like, for example, when I was a TA, I was profoundly unhappy. I was, because even though I said I loved my job, I didn't, because I didn't meet the deadlines. It's obvious that I wasn't really I wasn't that inspired, I wasn't that motivated either, but then I was just doing it for the sake of doing it, because my mom told me to do it. but that's it. I mean, what's the meaning of life? You know, what exactly is the meaning of life? It's like, what's the meaning of life? Is God gonna give me a meaning of life? Is God gonna give me my purpose, or am I supposed to decide for myself what my purpose of life should be? You know, so who's gonna decide what my purpose of life should be? Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? Hong Kong is not my place. Look, yeah, my body is rejecting Hong Kong. My mind is rejecting Hong Kong. My soul is rejecting Hong Kong. My spirit is rejecting Hong Kong. Yeah, I gotta leave Hong Kong as soon as possible. I don't care where I go, whether it's Thailand, mainland China, Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, Outer Mongolia, Siberia, Africa, even the UK as well. Wherever it is, I really should not be staying here, because I just feel in danger when I'm here. Yeah. And if you ask me not to be tense, I'm literally more tense now than ever before, because I know Hong Kong is dangerous for me. They are now saying they can come and see me, and they're going to shorten my lifespan or something. I have to go. I have to resume a primitive lifestyle if I want to get my life back. Yeah? I have to get my life back. To get my life back, I need to escape from Hong Kong. I have to move out. Yes, I do.